We are calling this meeting of the trustees of the Cincinnati and Hamilton County Public Library together. My name is Diane Cunningham Redden. I'm the vice president. I'm subbing for Judge Allen, the president. She's just running a little bit late. Molly, will you take a roll call?
Yes, well, Ms. Allen, Mr. Harding are not here. Ms. Lewis,
Here.
Mr. Hendon.
Here.
Mr. Olson.
Here.
Ms. Redden,
Here.
Ms. Reynolds.
Here.
Thank you.
I believe we have somebody for public comment today. And after this, I will turn the meeting over to Judge Nadine Allen, who has just arrived. So before the public comment, the Board of Trustees of the Public Library of Cincinnati and Hamilton County welcomes public input in its deliberations. The board further recognizes both the importance of public comment on issues before the board and the ability of members of the community to express their views on matter of interest to the library. We do have a full public participation policy, which includes a general 3-minute limit on comments. Please remember that public comments are for us to listen to and for your fellow community members. It is unlikely we will make any remarks immediately. We need a chance to reflect on your comments, research subjects, and of course to consider any relevant legal codes and issues. We will set an alarm at 3 minutes. We ask commentators to be civil, and those addressing the board are expected to observe a level of civility and decorum appropriate for a public meeting and refrain from vulgar, profane, or harassing remarks. The president of the board or other presiding officer may terminate any presentation deemed not to adhere to these standards. I will time to 3 minutes.
And I think Mr. William Geiler is here.
Just stop right here.
Yeah, is that okay for him to be?
Just a little bit further by that.
Okay. My name is William Reed Tyler, and I am a citizen.
Just turn towards it. Like your body. So we can hear you.
Okay. I'm a citizen and taxpayer in Hamilton County and a long-standing member of the Public Library of Cincinnati and Hamilton County. Myself, my family, and our company have been longtime supporters, donors, and even employees of the library. In the special meeting of May 25th, 2023, the Board of Directors approved a request for a resolution requesting the Hamilton County Auditor to certify the total current tax valuation of the Library District of Cincinnati and Hamilton County Public Library, Hamilton County, Ohio, in the amount generated during the first year of collection of an additional tax in excess of the 10 mil limitation, consisting of a renewal of an existing tax levy of 1 mil, together with an increase of 0.85 mils for the purpose of providing operating expenses and capital improvements for the Cincinnati and Hamilton County Public Library, totaling 1.85 mils. It is my understanding that the library not only wants to confirm the amount of tax revenues derived from the current levy based on revised Hamilton County Auditor property valuations, renew that levy, but also wants an increase of 0.85 mils added to the current 1 mils for a total of 1.85 mils. With the increased revenue to be expected from increased property valuations in Hamilton County, this is in effect a doubling of the taxes paid by Hamilton County property owners for the library. The general fund expects to end 2023 with approximately $25.5 million of available funding. However, the budget for 2024 shows expenditures of $137,609,000 versus $93,750,000 in 2023. An increase of $43 million, or approximately 46%. I find this increase astounding. In addition, the library has programs that are outside of its mission and core competencies such as these from the December 13th meeting minutes. Collaborative voter engagement efforts, in-person COVID-19 testing, health insurance education and options, an e-bus to provide community-based medical and social services, adult academic and workforce development assistance, digitizing materials and adding them to CHPL's digital library to make them freely accessible to anyone in the world, passport service, in a pilot public services leadership certification and program that is intended to create a supported credentialed path that speaks to
And
what our public
Mr. Brown, your
service.
time is coming up. We're going to let you finish your sentence.
I'm almost done. In order to justify this proposed increase and to explain to taxpayers, I think the library needs to provide some type of online outreach forum for public questions and comments. This board is supposed to be a steward of public funds. In this period of inflation, this must be explained to the taxpayers. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
comments. Would you like to respond to any of that?
I just think it's an important issue that the increase is a 1 mil and a 0.5 that was approved in July 18th. So it is not, I think you had stated 1.85 and just,
That's what I have from the May 25th meeting.
the May 25th meeting was an exploration of a couple of options, and the July 18th meeting was the actual vote we just did, and that was approved today at the commissioners' meeting, and it's a 1 mil and a 0.5 increase for a 10-year term.
Okay, well, that's still a lot more money. than-
Absolutely. Just
All
wanted to
right.
make sure you had.
Well,
the
thank you for your comments on that, and they are on the record. And so at this time, I would like to turn this meeting over to the director, Executive Director Paula Brimhiger, and she will present the report.
Thank you very much, Judge Allen. I will start with a state budget update. So earlier this month, Governor DeWine signed the state's 2-year operating budget, which is House Bill 33, into law. The Public Library Fund, the PLF, is now set in permanent law at 1.7% of the state's general revenue fund, or the GRF. It is important to note that permanent law or codified law included in the budget bill may be changed, and it often is as it relates to the PLF in every biennium budget cycle. The PLF 1.7% is now a starting point for the next biennium budget, but it is not permanent in the sense that it is unchangeable. The Ohio Library Council, OLC, hosted a final budget update on the state budget and its impact on public libraries, including changes made by the conference committee and vetoes issued by the governor, and that was held on Thursday, August 3rd. As of the writing of this report, details are not available, but they would be verbally communicated at this board meeting. I can say that we actually don't have any more details. They're still analyzing it, but I do want to note that the OLC continues to provide information. However, it is worth noting some changes were made to the state income tax and commercial activities tax in the state budget bill. The August 3rd update will help provide, hopefully, a fuller picture. Now I'm going to say when they get an analysis back from the Ohio Department of Taxation, we'll have a fuller picture. In related news, the Ohio Department of Taxation's, ODT's, initial statewide PLF distribution estimate for calendar year 2024 is, there's a big number there, $491,781,756, which is actually $7 million less than the latest estimate of CY 2023. Additionally, we are expecting the Office of Budget and Management, OBM, to issue updated revenue forecasts in August for fiscal year 2025 that reflect the final tax policy changes enacted in the state operating budget. This may have an impact on the calendar year 24 estimates released by ODT. So I say all that to just make you aware they're still doing analysis, and the budget, as we have often talked about, the state money remains unpredictable. Moving on to the Black Music Walk of Fame. In preparation for the grand opening of Cincinnati's Black Music Walk of Fame, which happened on July 22nd, we partnered with the Hamilton County Commission President Alicia Reese in hosting a 10-day countdown to opening celebration at the Downtown May Library on July 12th. The Black Music Walk of Fame is founded by Hamilton County Commissioner Reese, who was present at that event, along with an impressive list of the Black Music Walk of Fame's influencers. The maker space was packed with autograph seekers wanting to meet Cincinnati's music influencers and receive a limited edition commemorative poster showcasing over 60 of Cincinnati's music influencers and the 12 artists that were actually inducted into the Black Walk of Fame. Library staff members Kaloni Parks and Kent Mulcahy interviewed Commissioner Reese for their award-winning West End Stories project. The library's participation was funded through the generous legacy of the Eva Jane Romaine Coombe gift. Moving on to CHPL Leadership, Ohio Library Council Facilities Conference. Kristen Payne, our Capital Projects Manager, and actually our recent featured speaker at the April Board of trustee meetings, so you may remember her, served as the chair of the planning committee for that OLC Facilities Conference, was hosted in Columbus in mid-July. In recognition of her hard work, I received a formal letter of acknowledgement from the OLC Board of Directors thanking Kristen for her outstanding leadership for this event. The OLC thanked Kristen for her commitment to educating and informing public library colleagues across the state. Hyde Park Branch Manager Ben Lathrop also served on that planning committee, and our own Molly DeFosse, Chief Finance and Facilities Officer, presented at the recent conference. Staff involved in current and upcoming projects, capital projects from our facilities and service divisions attended, giving the event positive reviews for its educational value. Just gonna move down here for the display. Health Department, oh, and here's the letter. Here's the official thank you letter from OLC from Kristen. And I'll also have next the official Health Department proclamation. So in June, the Hamilton County Board of Health formally thanked the library for all we did in supporting vaccinations and overall health needs in our community over the last several years with a proclamation presented to us on June 15th. So a copy is attached in the report, and it includes thanks specifically to our Civic Engagement Coordinator, David Siders, and to me for, among other things, affording space to provide COVID-19 vaccinations and serving as a key distribution point for many thousands of rapid COVID-19 test kits. Ohio Library Council, so the OLC Annual Convention and Expo is coming to Cincinnati at the end of September, the 27th through the 29th. The event will be held at the Duke Energy Convention Center, kicking off with the opening general session Wednesday afternoon. We'll host a convention attendees-only reception on Thursday evening at our main library. The three-day event is anticipated to draw hundreds of our public library colleagues from across the state. Special thanks to the Library Foundation and the Friends of the Library for their support of the Convention and Expo, and to Assistant Public Service Director Tara Kressler, hi Tara, who is serving as the OLC Local Arrangements Chair. And of course, all of our trustees are invited to attend the reception on Thursday, and if any of you are actually interested in attending the OLC conference, you can let me know as well. Library closing schedule for 2024. Believe it or not, it's already time to talk about the closing schedule for 2024. Following is the proposed holiday closing schedule for next year. Staff are paid holiday time for all closed dates except for Easter and the early closing on New Year's Eve in accordance with the library's holiday policy. Additionally, I am requesting an update to the approved 2023 close schedule to include this year, Sunday, December 31st. As noted below, it is our practice to close at 5 on New Year's Eve. This year, December 31st falls on a Sunday, and a limited number of locations are actually open, and they are already set to close at 5. So in the spirit of parity across the system, I am requesting this day be closed holiday for all in 2023, similar to our approach to Easter. And you can see the list there, and I also have the board meeting dates for 2024. Let me move on down there. So please review those, and if we need to change those, we can, but I wanted to give everyone a heads up about the date. And we do need a vote, I apologize. Yeah, we do, I
Would you
do.
like a vote on that?
I would like a
Okay.
vote, yes,
I would
thank
like-
you.
I would move that we approve that.
Second.
All right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you for a report, and I'll turn this matter over to Mr. Hendon to present the Facilities,
Thank you.
Finance, and Audit Committee report.
Thank you, retired Judge Allen. The Facilities, Finance, and Audit Committee met on July 10th, 2023 at the Westwood Branch. Committee Chair Robert Hendon and committee members Diane Cunningham-Redden and Greg Olson, along with trustee Colleen Reynolds, were in attendance. Staff members Paula Bramheger and Molly DeFosse were also in attendance. It is a recommendation of the committee that the board take the following action. Concerning the main library project update, the glass panels for the steel rail are in production and interior finish work is underway. The interior work of the plaza continues in anticipation of late 2023 opening of the space. The furniture and finish selections are being finalized. Okay, confirm the following change orders to modify interior renovation GMP for Turner Construction. Now, I'm not going to read the change orders, you have those in the report. Ongoing maintenance at Coreyville. Coreyville branch had a soft opening on July 6th. Still waiting for the installation of new windows at both levels as well as lower level flooring. We need to confirm the following change order to modify the Coreyville branch maintenance project GMP for Pepper Construction. Okay, that's That's $33,724. Hyde Park Branch elevator replacement renovation. The work on the soil remediation for the elevator installation has been finalized and is in progress. All the demolition is complete and most of the new electric has been roughed in. We continue to identify unforeseen conditions. As a result, we're requesting the following budget increase. Authorized increase of project budget from $5,350,000 to $5,850,000, with a portion of the increase modifying the GMP, which will be confirmed when the project closure is complete. Confirm the following change orders to modify Hyde Park Branch elevator replacement and renovation GMP for Turner Construction, and I'm not going to read those are in the report. West End Branch renovation. Although the interior of the project is on track for completion in August, during the course of construction, an issue with the condition of front columns was discovered. Columns were poured concrete and a steel tube. As a result of wear and tear, the base of the columns has deteriorated. 2 engineers reviewed the columns, the conditions, and determined that they were in critical condition, whereas opted to err on the side of caution and make the repairs immediately, which will be done in a change order to the existing contract with Turner Construction, and work to minimize the delay of reopening the branch. So confirm the following change order to modify the West End Branch renovation for Turner Construction. Those are listed in your report as I stated. The Forest Park Branch. While preliminary site work continues, library staff and design professionals are continuing to work with the City of Forest Park on the building permit. We need to confirm the following change order to modify the Forest Park Branch GMP for Turner Construction. Waive public bidding, Norwood boiler and hot water system. In reported in June, the Norwood branch experienced some structural and mechanical issues related to their hot water system. After further investigation, it determined that their boiler must be replaced, which had previously been identified as one of the next rounds of maintenance items. The preliminary estimate is $100,000 in excess of the $50,000 bid threshold. It has a lead time of 8 weeks. We have worked quickly with the engineer to review the design and result the lead time will need to expedite the purchase. All right, waive public bidding based on urgent necessity, as permitted in ORC 3375.41. For the Norwood boiler replacement, and authorize Eva Jane remain CUM director to enter into a contract with necessary contractors, approve change orders as necessary, and to execute the certificate of substantial completion as necessary. The contract amount and any change orders will be reported to the board for confirmation in October. Now we have the Mount Healthy Branch potential replacement. The library is in consultation with a realtor who has been in discussion with the owner of the current CVS store building on Hampton Avenue in Mount Healthy. Replacement of this branch is noted in the FMP implementation schedule. If the library is successful in securing the property, we expect to immediately begin work with SHP under the existing task order arrangement to design the space with the intent of quickly moving to a GMP with Turner under the existing agreement. In order to timely keep this process moving, requesting authorize Eva Jane to remain co-director to execute purchase sale agreement after satisfactory review by the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office in consultation with the board president for the Hamilton Avenue property and execute all necessary documents related to this transaction. In addition, the lease of the current space is on an additional basis and is up for renewal. Okay, confirm the extension of the Mount Healthy lease with landlord Macon Lodge, number 120 F and AM at $1,868.56 per month, based on the 22 extension for August 2023 through July 1st, 2024. Now, I recommend that we confirm or approve these recommendations.
My second.
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Lewis?
Yes.
Mr. Harding?
Yes.
Mr. Hendon?
Yes.
Mr. Olson?
Yes.
Ms. Redden?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, now for information only. Mall Hills Branch accessibility update. Resolution for the remaining punch list items has been very slow. We continue to work with Megan Construction on these issues. The library continues working with Megan on the final contract adjustments based on allowance and contingency usage and final change order documentation. These final changes will be presented at the October board meeting for confirmation. Price Hill Parklet. The construction of the hardscape and landscape for the project is complete, and the installation of the public art is underway. Energy Retrofit 3, Geiler Company lawsuit. As previously filed, motions for summary judgment of both the library and Geiler were denied by the judge. Trial is scheduled for no later than August 2023. Opportunity for branch replacement, Miami Township. Representatives of Three Rivers School District reached out to the library regarding potential building of a new building on the front lot of the school campus. The library is investigating the feasibility along with estimated costs associated with acquiring building and maintaining the property. We intend to continue this discussion with the school district later this summer. Ongoing maintenance planning. As originally planned, the bulk of the major facility master plan work was front-loaded to the first 5 years of a 10-year implementation schedule. As we approach the end of those 5 years, we're evaluating the most critical maintenance work that needs to be completed. We will revisit the previous discussion, Avondale maintenance, which will include waterproofing and HVAC corrections. Sharonville refresh. The Sharonville branch refresh is expected to take place in September, October. As a reminder, the work will be done by the main library facilities team. Delhi Township branch expansion and renovation. The library recently met with a representative of Delhi Township administration regarding possibilities for expanding the library property, potential for connecting to the neighboring park, as well as opportunities for shared parking. We continue to explore design ideas and site improvement requirements. Now, 2022 audit update. The audit was completed in July 2023. Library staff worked quickly to complete the annual comprehensive financial report once the audit opinion was received. The auditors have sent a draft opinion, GAGAGS opinion, to the board members. The notification included the option to request a meeting within 5 days after receiving the mail. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Hendon. Do we have a date for that trial in August of 2022? Since this is the 7th?
It's supposed to take place in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We'll see. I'm feeling it won't go exactly on that day. But anyway, thank you for that report. I'm going to turn this matter over to Ms. Clemens Lewis for the operations report.
All right. So first, I'd like to, before I give my report, I'd like to introduce our featured manager, Ebony Gordon, our manager of public safety. And I'm going to read a quick bio. Ebony Gordon is our public safety manager and has been with the library since September 2021. Ebony started in the safety and security field more than 20 years ago, working as the operation manager for Paramount Kings Island, where she led the security, environmental services, and front gate operations teams. She then went to the Duke Energy Convention Center, where she managed the security team, developed the company's disaster preparedness and response plan, conducted workplace violence prevention training, and led threat assessments for visiting diplomats and presidential candidates. As the leader of our public safety team, Ebony is continuing the work she loves by fostering welcoming spaces where every customer and staff member can enjoy the library and have confidence in their safety. This includes co-chairing the Public Safety Initiatives Work Group, which aims to establish a continuous operation plan for effective emergency response and identifying areas for improvement in our existing safety protocols. Ebony.
Thanks. Hi, everyone. Thank you to the Board of Trustees and to Paula Cathy and the senior leadership team for inviting me to speak today. I want to discuss some of the initiatives we've undertaken to foster welcoming spaces within our community. In response to increased activity at our 9th Street entrance, we have proactively taken several measures to address the challenges we have been facing. Our commitment to creating safe and inclusive environments has driven us to implement these initiatives. I am excited to discuss these with you today. At the forefront of our efforts, we have organized resource fairs that stand as opportunities of support. The 513 Relief Bus and Coffee Fridays are shining examples of our dedication to forging stronger connections within our community. The 513 Relief Bus offers vital resources, serving as a lifeline for those in need. Meanwhile, Coffee Fridays extends beyond mere social hours. They serve as bridges that enable us to cultivate meaningful relationships with our customers. Attending community engagement meetings further amplifies our resolve to strengthen these bonds, allowing us to actively participate in shaping our communities. To address concerns arising from heightened activity, we have bolstered our presence with enhanced patrols by our public safety specialists. These dedicated individuals extend our protective shield to encompass even the most challenging areas surrounding our location. By doing so, we effectively discourage unwanted activities that have been a cause for concern. This robust response underscores our commitment to ensuring a secure environment for everyone. Notably, recent changes in the construction along Walnut Street has significantly contributed to our efforts. Removing the wall around the north lot has improved visibility and resulted in a notable decrease in problematic behaviors. Additionally, the reactivation of the North Plaza and opening of the second entrance to the north building has successfully spread out foot traffic, contributing to a more efficient environment. Acknowledging that our efforts are not without limitation, it's vital to addressing the challenges we face. These obstacles do have significant impact on our endeavors. One particular challenge involves individuals seeking refuge on our premises overnight. We recognize the need to address this issue with greater attention and accommodation. The current national staffing shortage in law enforcement extends to our own local police force, having a direct impact on police response times. However, despite these challenges, we remain committed to finding solutions and improving the situation. We place great importance on collaboration and work closely with our CPD liaison, the city manager's office, 3CDC, and other community stakeholders. By fostering stronger partnerships and communication, we aim to tackle these issues collectively. Our proactive approach is central to our commitment to ensuring a safe and welcoming environment for everyone. As we strive to find effective solutions, we are confident that together with the support of our community and stakeholders, we can overcome these obstacles and continue to make progress in achieving our goals. In efforts to continue to build upon our public safety presence, we have recently grown. We have added 3 new part-time public safety specialists. These specialists have been vital in our efforts to provide regular branch support. These individuals are regular staples at our selected branch locations. Like our full-time specialists, while they are unarmed, they are equipped with superior de-escalation, customer service, and interpersonal communication skills. They are also avid relationship builders, which aligns with our brand mission and values. We hope to continue to build upon this momentum. We are delighted with the progress we've made and aspire to continue this growth by adding more specialists to additional branches in the future. Our ultimate goal is to create a safe and welcoming environment for all who visit. While we do face challenges, striking the perfect balance between community engagement and security is our unyielding goal. Our commitment to creating welcoming spaces that exude safety, warmth, and inclusivity continues to be our mission. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ebony. Let's give Ebony All right, now to continue with my report. Public Safety Initiatives Workgroup Update. August 1st marked the first meeting of the Public Safety Initiative Workgroup, an internal team formed to analyze insights from the recent Library Journal Safety Summit. The work group will focus on enhancing public safety, identifying areas for improvement, implementing trauma-informed support for staff and customers, and establishing a continuous operation plan for effective emergency response. The work group's plans are expected to be completed within 6 months from the start date and for the training components to be ongoing as needed. We are dedicated to ensuring a safe and secure environment for our customers and staff, and this work group will play a vital role in achieving that objective. Meeting Room Early Hours Access Pilot. A pilot program will provide expanded access to meeting rooms at 3 locations, Deer Park, North Central, and Oakley branches. This pilot program's main objective is to enhance community engagement and meet the growing demand for public meeting spaces. By allowing customers to use meeting rooms starting at 8:30 a.m., an hour and a half before the library's regular opening time of 10 a.m., We aim to better serve the needs of local businesses, community organizations, and individuals seeking early morning meeting spaces. In addition to morning access, the Oakley branch will also offer after-hour access to their meeting room, starting when the library closes at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays through Saturday and ending at 8 p.m. The pilot program will provide expanded access to meeting rooms Monday through Saturday. During this period, participants will have access to the meeting rooms to conduct meetings, workshops, study sessions, and other relevant activities. Customers interested in using the meeting rooms during the expanded access hours must make reservations through our library's online booking system 3 weeks before the meeting. New Madisonville Branch Library 90-day stats. The new Madisonville Branch Library had a strong first 90 days since the new branch's opening. Computer use has increased by 47%. Circulation has increased by 71%. Customer visits have increased by 89%. Wi-Fi usage has increased by 105%, and community room usage increased by 119%. The community is loving the new Madisonville Makerspace, with the vinyl printer taking the lead in usage with 122 community members making 167 reservations for the vinyl printer, resulting in 258 hours of usage. Period products update. As noted in the February's director's report, the library received funds for the F.R. Luther Charitable Foundation, Fifth Third Bank trustee, for our period products initiative. We have received the new free period product dispensers, and they have been installed in 20 of our 41 public locations. We are on track for these to be deployed at every library location before the end of the year to meet our goal of offering products at nearly all public locations by the end of 2023. The feedback from customers and staff has been overwhelmingly positive. 1848 Panorama Consultation. Ralph Wygant is one of the nation's preeminent Daguerrean photographer experts and researchers. He is retired but was formerly at the University of Rochester, where he served as research conversator and National Science Foundation researcher. Thanks to Library Foundation support, we brought Mr. Wygant to Cincinnati to consult with genealogy and local history staff on our treasured Fontaine and Porter 1848 panorama. He examined the plates, discussed and made recommendations for exhibit lighting, devised strategies to address argon gas leak from the case, led a presentation on the history of Daguerrean photography, and suggested potential successors to carry on the stewardship of this national treasure. Japanese delegation visit. Mayor Masano Shibashi, the mayor of Gifu City, Japan, and delegation from our sister city, Gifu, visited the downtown main library on August 2nd. Staff worked with the Cincinnati Sister Cities program to host the delegation with the goal of fostering cultural exchange and strengthening the bond between Cincinnati and Gifu City. The delegation showed keen interest in exploring specific areas of our library, and we facilitated a comprehensive tour to showcase the following sections: the construction areas of the South Building, Makerspace, Children's Teens Collection, and Genealogy and Local History Lafayette Hearn Collection. Events and lifelong learning. Discover Summer Update. Discover Summer ended on July 31st. This summer, we have seen a significant increase in traffic and engagement by Discover Summer, with 22,941 kids and teens joining the fun by July 1st. We were close to surpassing our 2022 participation totals by midsummer. The new Teen Only Challenge has been especially popular. As of July 1st, teens signups had surpassed 2022's total, with 2,287 participants reporting in. Especially popular this year has been the introduction of the Wonder Wheel, an activity-based wheel available for youth to spin each time they visit the library. Staff report that the Wonder Wheel has inspired families to visit the library regularly all summer long, and the activities have forged stronger relationships between youth, families, and library staff. Paula, one of my students talked about this Wonder Wheel and absolutely loved it.
That is great to hear.
Yes.
We were at the CPS Back to School event, And all of the great tables going on, all of the activity, the Wonder Wheel was
That
the
was the thing.
nexus of
That's what
excitement.
he
Yes.
told me about his
Yes.
summer, the library,
great.
and the Wonder Wheel. So that
Yes.
is amazing.
That's
And,
great.
and I have a question, what's activities are in the Wonder Wheel? What is an example?
So when you spin it, it'll say,
Yeah.
it's like it'll land on something else, say
Right.
like dance
Oh,
or
really?
sing, or it'll be like tell a joke, and that's the best one.
Yeah.
The jokes are so funny.
I think we should have a Wonder Wheel.
Yeah, agreed.
Seems
need
fun
one.
but dangerous.
For the start and end of every board meeting.
Yeah, great recommendation.
But kudos to
Yeah.
everyone, that he was really thrilled to tell me about that, so that's amazing.
I think
5,265 meals and snacks were served to youth at library locations from June 1st through July 21st, provided by our partnership with our federally funded partner, UMC Food Ministries, which again benefits my students who, a lot of them do not eat outside of school. It's hard for them to get meals and snacks, so this is beneficial, and I'm telling you, I don't know about other students, I'm sure they have, but the students at Lockland definitely utilized it, for sure. Thank you to the Development Office, Friends of the Library, and the Library Foundation for making Discover Summer possible. Fall Future Ready. To support future readiness for teens this fall, the library is offering several ACT prep classes in August and October. August 26th, Downtown Main Library, October 7th, Price Hill Branch, and October 21st, Loveland Branch. The free application of Federal Student Aid, FAFSA, opens on October 1st for students enrolling in the fall of 2024. To gain access to as many potential funding options and grants as possible, it is important for students to fill out this form as early as they can. Library staff at all 41 locations are available to assist students with filling out the FAFSA by appointments or drop-in. And as a school principal, you will be surprised the number of kids that have no idea what a FAFSA is or how to fill it out or any of the deadlines. So this is also beneficial.
Yeah, I will tell you, just as an adult, filling that out is complicated.
Yes.
We filled it out for our children's, but I do have a question about this, and I am on a board for a group called Level Up, and one of the things we've identified is students are put in front of them loan programs for the different universities that they go to, and these kids are signing up for loan programs, and they have no idea what they're signing up for, and it's obviously creating an enormous burden on them, especially kids who have gone from having scholarships to no longer hitting scholarships, so they can keep them in the school. And I wonder if that's something we could incorporate into like a financial readiness or a financial preparation, where these children are, or these young adults are told, don't sign up for that. Let's have some mentor help you with this, because that is contributing to a lot of the debt that these young folks are taking on, and it's burdening their futures.
Absolutely. We have periodically done things like that over the years, but not for a while, so it's probably time to get back into that, since getting additional education after high school is always a big
I mean,
push,
that's
so
one of
that's
the
a
biggest
great suggestion.
challenges we've seen.
Yes, absolutely.
Great point, great
And
point.
Paula, I will forward this to my school counselor and other counselors that I know throughout the city as well. So
That's
that
great.
there are students that can attend that. Okay, now I'm gonna finish my report. Exciting upcoming programs and events include August 12th, the Back to School Bash, Forest Park Branch. August 14th, Giant Candyland for Kids, Deer Park Branch. August 21st, Memory Calf for Seniors, Green Township Branch. August 22nd, Roots with Professor Ernie for Kids and Teens, College Hill Branch. September 11th, Black-Owned Business Panel Salons and
Nope.
All right, I like that.
so that is a
You
different.
did catch that, you did catch that.
It is
Listening to us.
salons and barbershops, Madisonville Branch.
Well, Judge Allen, I was thinking, we do have to give Trustee Clemens great kudos, because you pronounced some very impressive words in there.
Yeah.
Like
I was like, I should have read
daguerreotype.
this
Oh my,
ahead of time.
yes, thank you.
Well, yeah, that's what you expect from our principal.
From our
Tell your kids how well you've done it.
I just
And-
want to add too, if it's okay, my community council was one of the pilot participants for the Oakley branch. We borrowed the Oakley Room after hours for a board retreat this month. And Chris Oakes, who manages the Oakley Library, was fabulous. And we were learning how the doors lock and don't lock. And I'm on the phone with Paula making sure that we did it all right at the end of the night. But my community was so gracious for the space, and we plan to be back. So I think the pilot program will work out
great.
well. And I think the more we can do to encourage community groups that already exist that need meeting space to pursue other options like the library is great for the library.
Does it have all the digital media that you need, and is it pretty
It had a
user-
room that was perfect. It was all user friendly.
how many
the
folks does
setting
it
up. We had it was just a board retreat for us. We have to publicly notice them as any board does. So we had like a couple of folks pop in to just listen in. But our 12-person board met for 3 hours. We brought food in and were able to clean up. And because of our late night drop off space, our bathrooms also have codes on them. So when the staff needed to leave, they just left us the code for the bathrooms on a Post-it note, so we could tear that up at the end of the night and made sure they were all working out well. So I think it ultimately was not only safe and secure, but easy to
great.
activate. So.
And Paula has done the same for our admin team in our district. We met at the end of the year, and then we met at the beginning of August, and at the Pleasant Ridge Library.
Yep.
And it's all set up, everything's ready to go. I mean, they're ready to greet us, so that's amazing for us.
That's great.
There was no snack basket like there are at our meeting.
That's the only complaint.
That's two, right?
Make a note of that.
thing.
Make a note of that one.
Probably won't get
And,
through.
and I saw Greg, I saw Greg Olson's face light up when he saw Giant Candyland for kids.
Oh, yeah, I would play that all day. Chicks and Ladders, Candyland.
I love it.
Yeah, I would do that for sure.
Well,
I'll come.
thank you for that fun report.
Yeah, well
And
done.
now, before I turn things over to Ms. Redden, I want to thank you for starting the meeting in my stead,
You're very welcome.
my twin
You're
sister.
very welcome.
Okay. And,
We knew you were coming.
Yeah.
and we would like you to please give the report for the HR.
Thank you, Judge Allen. This report was prepared by Kyla Harden, Chief Human Resources Officer. Thank you, Kyla. So report is information only. Medical insurance update. Last year, the library received our 2023 medical plan renewal quote from our previous medical carrier that reflected an unprecedented increase. Due to the large projected increase, medical carrier reviews of the most competitive major carriers were conducted. Each of the carriers submitted quotes and plans, which were reviewed by our benefits team and our benefits staff work group. Of the quotes received, Custom Design Benefits offered the best plan designs and the lowest, most financially feasible options. Service and communication with our new carrier, CBD, has been strong and on a monthly basis. The library's benefit team receives claim information and an overall analysis of how our plans and costs are running. Data over the past months has shown that the loss ratio, medical claims that we paid to health care providers, as compared to library premiums received by Custom Design Benefits, has again been high, specifically for our high deductible plan, HSA. This year-to-date loss ratio for the HD-HP is 130%, and the year-to-date loss ratio for True Cost, also known as the copay plan, is 93%. The target loss ratio for CVD is 80 to 85%. There are several factors contributing to the continuing cost increases we are experiencing. Medical cost, and specifically prescriptions cost, continues to rise quickly, as does overall utilization of the plans. Changes in the Ohio Public Employees Retirement System, OPERS, healthcare options may also be a contributor, as many staff who were once eligible for healthcare under OPERS are no longer eligible and now opting to continue to work and enroll in the library's medical plan. As a service organization, we have strongly invested in staff the past several years, including engaging in a compensation study that resulted in increasing pay scales and wages for the vast majority of staff, providing a parking subsidy, offering parental leave, and providing a more equitable merit increase approach and offering 2 additional paid holidays. A strong benefits program also continues to be a major talent attraction and retention tool utilized by the library. At wage competition with outside sectors is often not feasible or sustainable. Due to the large unprecedented increases we are seeing in medical benefits costs over the past 3 years, 10% in 2021, 5% in 2022, and 22% in 2023, along with our medical claims cost exceeding our premium payments, we expect to see an increase in medical and dental plan costs in 2024. We will continue to diligently work on new and different ways to contain costs and to keep plan benefits strong for staff in the upcoming years. With inflation concerns continuing to persist, we will also continue to evaluate our compensation program and merit increase approaches through the upcoming months, while recommending approaches that continue to invest in staff and are financially sustainable for the library through the coming years. Staff morale team.
That just
Speaking of
sounds like a
morale,
very big challenge that you were facing, that we are
Yeah.
facing.
yeah. The staff morale team led another fun and engaging Discover Summer Staff Edition program for all library staff. The program ran from June through late July and included our morale team's take on the Discover Summer booklet for CHPL staff to get new ideas for some summer fun. Staff were also encouraged to complete a bingo form included in the booklet by participating in fun activities throughout the summer. A Microsoft Teams channel was also formed with a new prompt added each week for staff to engage with each other across the system. 114 staff joined the channel, and many more participated in the program. Weekly prize winners were selected for staff interacting in the Teams channel, and one grand prize winner was selected for completion of the bingo form. Thank you to Sarah Dole at the Harrison Branch, creator of this year's booklet, and our staff morale team for your hard work on another successful Discover Summer for staff. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, and I'll ask Mr. Harding to present the strategy report.
Thank you. And thank you to our Chief Strategy Officer, Beth Yoke, for preparing this. Adult learning and literacies. The summer has been filled with customers coming to the Adult Learning Center for hands-on help with career goals, resumes, employment assistance, technology, and life skills. In June alone, the ALC conducted 448 sessions with customers, a 13% increase over this time last year. Summer classes have been popular, and in June, 810 participated. Classes were focused on a series of life skills classes, provided career building lessons for the clients at Shelter House, preparing for the U.S. citizenship exam, which was held over 10 weeks at the North Central Branch. Financial literacy workshops were held at 6 locations: Blue Ash, Green Hills, Loveland, Miami Township, Norwood, and Westwood in June and July. We're busy planning our fall classes and will offer over 25 different opportunities for customers. Here are some examples. English for speakers of other languages, level 1 and 2, discovering FAFSA, exploring colored pencils, career development, meal planning, introduction to Zen making, and preparing for the U.S. citizenship exam. Civic engagement. The Urban Library Council recently released a leadership brief entitled Libraries as a Cornerstone of Democracy. The brief featured our library's program series, Community Conversations, reporting that CHPL partnered with Action Tank, a nonpartisan organization, to offer a community conversation entitled, What Should We Expect from Our Elected Leaders? In the fall of 2021. The library targeted voters from across the area to convene and share their lived experiences and ideas, and to engage in meaningful and respectful conversations with each other. Action Tank facilitated the event. A primary outcome was consensus that community members from all backgrounds must be civically active in order to safeguard our local democracy. We continue to update customers and our staff on information and deadlines to vote in the August election. Remember to vote, it's tomorrow. We emphasize the new deadline to register to vote or change the address by July 10th, along with information on requesting absentee and vote by mail dates and deadlines. Our outreach service department also sent voting information and resources to our hundreds of in-the-mail customers.
I have a question, do you mind if I ask, how many people, do we know how many people use our service to register to vote or change an address or request information? Is it in the hundreds?
Yeah.
Just curious about how much of a service, how effective that service is that we do provide. And how many people, hundreds of our in-the-mail customers?
Yeah, they send that out
Okay.
to, outreach works a lot with people who are, the traditional
Yes.
homebound.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's right.
Okay, thank you.
sure.
Continue.
Connecting community members to essential resources. We continued our large-scale community resource fairs at the downtown main library on the North Plaza. We featured community organizations and social services that connect people with resources such as healthcare checkups and transportation for people experiencing homelessness, health insurance and Medicaid navigation and renewal, addiction recovery services, and record sealing or expungement services. We also hosted the county's 513 relief bus on July 31st at the Deer Park branch. Our quarterly job fair held at the end of June at the North Central branch attracted 30 job seekers and featured career pathway resources such as apprenticeship programs as well as local businesses with job openings. Outcomes included 2 teens who are studying welding in their trade school programs connected with SynFab, and an employer who connects individuals to a wide variety of construction and fabrication jobs. Another person connected with UC Health Talent Management who helped her complete a job application at the event on a library computer. Customer Service Appreciation Days. Communications and marketing are preparing to support CHPL's Customer Appreciation Days events in the early fall. Each of the library's 41 locations will host an event showing appreciation for customers while showcasing the location's staff, services, and resources. The events will take the form of open houses with fun activities and community engagement opportunities. The events are also timed to take place during Library Card Sign-Up Month. Postcards, emails, giveaways, and other promotional support are being planned to help with the awareness of the events. Creating promotional materials. Marketing is continuing to roll out software that enables CHPL staff to easily and more quickly develop on-brand, printable, custom marketing materials. The software's rollout to a beta group of staff went well, and next steps include 2 all-staff trainings in August and making more templates available. As of July 18th, there are already 67 templates in the system, and 80% had been used by staff. Facility Master Plan 2023 updates. As progress on implementing the Facility Master Plan continues, the document is being lightly updated to reflect that progress. In addition to the original document that was released in early 2020, we have also built on the building the Next Generation Library website with additional project updates and visuals such as a map and a timeline. And that info can be found at chpl.org/next. Service for educators. In late July and early August, outreach will be actively engaging in back-to-school community events to promote literacy and support educators. The focus will be on registering students and educators for library cards and providing information on library services. In addition to community events, outreach will also be supporting CHPL's teacher nights at Loveland, Madisonville, Main Library, and Reading in early August. Currently, 100 educators are signed up to participate in the 2023-24 Delivered Collection Program. They will begin receiving monthly library collections for their classrooms after Labor Day. And that concludes my report.
Is there something else you want to add to that, Ms. Clemens, as an educator?
Oh, it was, but now that I can talk to Paula, we're having open house, so that would be a good time if we could get someone there for.
I'm sure we can.
Oh, that's okay.
Absolutely.
Did I look like I
I
wanted
knew,
to say?
I just knew you did. I didn't even have to look at you. I knew that she had something to add to that report.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, and now, thank you for that report. And Mr. Olson, please present the technology report.
Thank you, retired Judge Nadine Allen. So Holbrook can't be here with us today, but this is his report, and I thank him for this. Technology items, investing in ebooks and achieving parity with print. This is really important because this ties into our ask for additional dollars for the library system. So the pandemic brought a surge in use of library digital materials, and on top of what was already a growing service. Because costs are so high, the holds ratios, a hold and copy in Overdrive are 5-to-1 for ebooks and 7-to-1 for audiobooks. The print holds ratio we maintain is 3-to-1, so you can see this very disparate. To achieve a 3-to-1 ratio in Overdrive or for ebooks and audiobooks, it would cost us $2 million annually. Our other major vendor for e-materials is Hoopla. Hoopla is an attractive service for our customers because all ebooks and audiobooks, as well as other e-materials, are available immediately with no holds to place. This pay-per-use model is significantly more expensive than Overdrive's expensive leasing models. Our cost per checkout for materials in Overdrive in June 2023 was 79 cents per checkout, whereas on Hoopla, it's $1.10 more at $1.89 per checkout. Because of the high cost of Hoopla, we place limits on checkouts per customer and daily spending caps for the system. To considerably lift the limits in Hoopla, the cost would be roughly $250,000 annually. So chart one, which is, I'm not sure, is it available for folks to see? Okay.
There it is.
Oh, good. Provides an overview of Overdrive and Hoopla use for the 2019 through the present. And Chart 2 offers a visual of Overdrive and Hoopla spending for 2019 to the present. So we're talking about use and spending. Not only do the costs for the e-materials continue to rise, the terms of use for digital materials also different than print, which creates its own set of challenges. For example, leased titles in Overdrive can expire. To repurchase all expired titles with holds, it would currently cost over $60,000, and that number increases weekly. An example of how this expiration can occur and the challenges it creates is how things have unfolded around the author Colleen Hoover, who is now TikTok famous. In Overdrive, we purchased her novel, Too Late. The novel's actually called Too Late. We didn't take too long to purchase it in March of 2018 for $31.96, and the copies did not expire. There are 45 holds per copy currently, and the wait time says several months. With the rise in popularity, the digital edition we purchased is no longer available for purchase. Instead, the title has been re-released for $75 to lease per copy. Now, how delightful is that? Yeah, which expire in 24 months. This is not a unique example, but illustrates the ongoing issues related to providing e-materials to our users they want and need. And we know that folks are gravitating to that, and the
That's
spend.
not even her most popular book.
You heard that.
Yeah.
It's too late. Excuse me.
Sorry.
All right, so here we go. Chart one, I think it's obvious, self-explanatory. Same with chart two. So we'll move on to interlibrary loan update. The library loans and borrows items through statewide services. Search Ohio is a network of public libraries who share resources with participating libraries across Ohio. Most of our interlibrary loan activity is with Search Ohio. Ohio Link is a network of participating academic libraries that works in the same way, using the same tools and delivery service through which our customers gain access to academic works. The primary tool to circulate these items for both services is the Integrated Library System, acronym ILS, that we use in Sierra. We have just been informed that Ohio public universities are switching from Sierra to a competing ILS, example, Libris, Libris. It remains to be seen what impact this move will have on our customers who use Ohio Link. And that concludes Holbrook's report.
Thank you for your report, and now, Ms. Reynolds, you may please report the development report.
Thank you, retired judge. This report was prepared by Stacy Dennison, who is with us, our Chief Development Officer, for information only. Starting with the Development Office, the library was a grateful recipient of sizable bequests from the estate of Shirley Long for the Hyde Park branch and the estate of June Whitney for the downtown Main Library. Working with the family of late Charles Westheimer, the library has accepted 36 books to create the Charles I Westheimer collection. These items will be accessible through the Joseph S. Stern Cincinnati Room of Rare and Unique Items. The Library Foundation closed its 2022 to 2023 fiscal year on June 30th. It was an excellent year with nearly $2 million in revenue and $1.45 million in support provided for the benefit of the library. The Scott Luedecke plaque unveiling was held on June 15th at the North Central Branch Library. Since the establishment of the Scott Luedecke Endowment in 2021, thousands of juvenile books have already been purchased and circulated throughout the system thanks to the generosity of the Luedecke family. Significant gifts have been received from the Charles H. Dater Foundation for the Homework Helper Program, through Andrew Jurgens Foundation for Discover Summer, the Lamacchia Family Foundation, the Johnson Charitable Gift Fund, John and Karen Martins, Helen H. and John A. Anderson for the Forest Park branch and the David J. Yee for the Norwood branch. Additional grant requests have been submitted and are under review. Friends of the Public Library, at its most recent board meeting, the Friends of the Public Library reported that book sales at the warehouse and bookstore continue to be very strong. Daily sales totals consistently rival or exceed big one-time sales like those on Fountain Square that the Friends held in past years. The Anderson Township Library Association had a wildly successful 43rd summer sale from June 23rd to the 25th at Nagle Middle School, raising more than $39,000. Financial information presented in this report is not intended to tie to library financial information. That concludes my report.
Thank you for your report, and now I'd like to move that we approve the consent items
So moved.
Second.
and voice vote.
All in favor?
Aye. I'd like to move for adjournment. Move that we adjourn.
Second.
Voice vote for that? Voice vote?
Yeah, all in favor?
Yeah.
Okay, and the next regular board meeting will be October the 9th at the Pleasant Ridge Ranch at 4:30.